Maida, Evelyn, how are you? Good morning. Tenderoni, how are you? I'm trying to make sure I can see the comments. Hold on. There we go. That'll be a little bit better. There we go. Boom. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, real life. Good morning, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. How are you guys? Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Sunshine, Shirley, John. Good morning. Is it Ceres Survivor? Ceres Survivor? Ceres? Ceres? I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. Good morning, Lucille. How are you guys doing? It's time for our daily reading. It's the day after a holiday, and I am relaxing. Good morning, Tiger Lily and Pia. Antoinette, how are you? Good morning, Miss Red. Good morning. You guys, it is Thursday. It is day 22. We are on day 22 of our reading. We've been reading every day for day 22. So if you're new and you just came in and I just came up on your timeline, go ahead and tap the like button if I just came up on your timeline. Good morning, Adrian and Vivette. How are you? Welcome to my TikTok shop. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Good morning, Instagram. Good morning. It sounds a little bit distorted. Hold on, John, baby. Let me see if I can get that together. Let me see if I can get it together. Okay. Echo, can you lower the volume to 4? Hey, Reynard. Hey, T Brown. Hey, Talia. How are you? Hey, HF. I say HF, I guess. Hi, user. Hi, David. Thank you, John, for letting me know. Hey, Marianne. Hi, Sarah. Okay, guys, I'm just letting a couple people come in. Once you guys get in the room, let me know you're here just by tapping the like button. It lets me know you're here. And then I'll get started on the reading. I've been starting on the reading so fast that people haven't been getting an opportunity to be notified. So if you're new, I'm Coach Kenya. Let me see. That behind me is me. That photo there, you can see right there. See, yeah, right there is me. That photo right there is me. And I have been able to release over 470 pounds naturally and keep it off. Right? Isn't that exciting? And I help other people do the same. But what we do every day is I come live every day on all my platforms, and I share with you one of the things that I found very beneficial and helpful for me. That's totally free. That you can go out, you can go get the books and do it too. And what it does is it helps with your mindset and your motivation on a daily basis. So there's 2 things that we're doing in this series on my platform. What we're doing is we're addressing our fear. And we've discovered yesterday that fear can be related to anything that's not, it doesn't have to be your size. It doesn't have to be your size that you're struggling with, okay? It could be anything. Okay, it could be anything. Fear could be anything. I love the word release. Amen, John. It could totally be anything, okay? Okay, good morning, Sherry. Thank you for the follow. So you can be afraid. And it doesn't have to be weight loss that you're struggling with, that it's holding you back, that fear is related to. Good morning, Dr. Lee. It doesn't have to be weight. Good morning, Carmen and Richard. Okay. But what we do here is we look at how our wellness has these aspects of fear entangled in it. And it's preventing us in other areas of our life of excelling. How many of us are not able to do something we want to do because of a physical component preventing us from excelling in that area? And on top of that, if that physical component equals pain, the pain is more fearful than the act itself. So to avoid the pain, we would rather not engage. How many can relate to that story? Tap the like button if you have knee pain, back pain, ankle pain, foot pain, plantar fasciitis, edema, elephantitis, you get psoriasis of the skin, you get the sores or the bumps or the boils. and it becomes painful to move. Okay, I can relate to that. All of those things I can relate to, because when I was larger, because my body got pressure wounds and boils and sores, it was difficult for me. So I didn't want to move. When I was larger, my knees hurt, my back hurt, things hurt on my body that were unbelievable. I didn't want to move. Listen, I understand what they were saying. Get up and move your body, move more, eat less, move more. Eat. Honey, when it feels like someone is chopping you off at your knee, how many people can relate to that? Knee pain or back pain. When it feels like someone is literally chopping you off at your knee or stabbing you in your back repeatedly, it is very difficult to focus on anybody's type of health and wellness or anybody's type of gym. But what I want to give you the first tip today, before we even get into our reading, I want to share with you a little tip about pain, weight loss, and food. If you have chronic pain, you have to be very careful. First of all, let me just get a good reading for the room. If you have any form of chronic pain, good morning, Ramona, a summer rose, Smiley model. How are you, Jasmine? Good morning. Good morning, Skittle and Vicky. How many of you have chronic pain? I want to share a little tip with you that can help many of you with your cravings and your emotional eating. Pain triggers emotions, okay? So that's the first tip I want to share with you. Tap the like button if you have. Thank you for the follow, beautiful. Good morning, Tay. Thank you, Emiliano. Thank you so much, Jay Barber. Welcome in, Dub Wifey. Welcome in. Tap the like button if you have chronic pain. The reason I'm asking you guys for a reason. Look. This photo was me. Can you imagine how much pain I was in? I was in a lot of pain, okay? A lot of pain. I was in a lot of pain in that photo right there. That photo right there is me, behind me. I was in a lot of pain. And what I want to explain to you is what happened to me really quick before we get into the word, because it's going to be relevant to not just the post that I attached to this video today when you watch it on replay. So go ahead and follow me and hit the like button so we can get into the word. Let's get our likes up to 1,000 so we can get into our reading for today. I would like to share a tip with you. If you have chronic pain, I want to tell you something about chronic pain. This is something that I know people are going to tell you that it has nothing to do with soaking in Epsom salt. I can give you a million ways to get out of pain because I live with chronic pain. But I want to talk to you about what happens in the brain for those of us who have chronic pain. So if you have chronic pain, I want you to tap the like button for me, because I want to take a kind of a survey of the room to see if today's topic is going to be appropriate. I'm just trying to get a feel. If you have chronic pain and you've noticed you're an emotional eater, I want you to tap the like button. If you have chronic pain and you notice you're an emotional eater, this particular daily reading is going to be specified for you. Alice, I see you. I hold space for you. Alice, I see you. In the TikTok shop, I want y'all to, I see you. Asha, hi, mamas. I see you. I want you to tap the like button if you have pain and you know you're an emotional eater. Pain and you know you're an emotional eater. I'm running out of time. I don't got a lot of time. I got to move fast. I've been told by my team I'm timed. They're only giving me 15 minutes now in the morning to be with you guys. 15 minutes. Okay, so I got to move fast. Here's what I want to tell you about chronic pain. If you have chronic pain and you are an emotional eater, the likelihood that the pain is triggering your emotional eating is almost extremely high. Okay, I will almost say 100%. Good morning, Cece. Good morning, Queen Bella. Good morning, Tina, Kimberly, Fat Cat, BG, Deb, Soldier. Good morning, good morning. I want to tell you that the pain is what's making your cravings become heightened. Okay. If you notice when your pain is worse, you want to sit and snack and chew. What's happening to you is the same thing that happens with a baby that sucks on a bottle to fall asleep, a pacifier to soothe itself. The chewing has become a coping mechanism to soothe your body, to calm the pain mentally. No, it doesn't take it away physically, but mentally, what the chewing does is it provides a sense of calming. Over time, you will end up becoming addicted to chewing because you're actually now chewing in the purpose of calming and aiding the uncomfortableness to the pain. So what happens is when the pain heightens, your cravings heighten. When you are in inflamed pain, you will crave more salt. You will crave salty and hot foods. When the pain is dull, stabbing, and long term, you will crave sweets, chocolates, cookies, cakes, brownies. You will find yourself keeping candies in your purse and peppermints. These things cut on the serotonin and dopamine uptake in the brain while you're in pain. When you do these three things together, it sends a message to your brain that the chewing and emaciation is a solution for your body to feel better. As time proceeds, every time your body begins to feel any type of pain, sadness, it wants to chew because it's starting to associate the feeling with the behavior. Tap the like button if I'm making sense. Just tap for me. Tap for me if I'm making sense. Are you an emotional eater? Do you have chronic pain? If you just came in, my name is Coach Kenya. I used to weigh 600 pounds. I don't anymore. I'm telling you a tip or two about chronic pain and what happens if you are not careful, if you are on the injection. I have had the weight loss surgery, and you notice that all you're able to keep down is slider foods, such as potato chips, candies, cookies, and cakes. It is because you have an addiction to emaciating, as well as what the food does to the serotonin and dopamine uptakes of your brain. You have to get a coach, someone who works in the therapeutic weight loss wellness area, so that she can work with you, or he, because there are men that do it now. They can work with you and break the bond that you've created to the messaging center in your brain. The schemas in your brain are connected. Tap the like button if you don't know what I'm talking about so I can clarify. If you do, I'll keep going on through. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm not seeing any likes fly. I'll go ahead. I won't bore y'all with knowledge and education on how y'all can lose 479 pounds and keep it off naturally. I won't bore y'all with free information and tips on how to do that thing. I don't want to bore you. I don't want to bore you with the $1,000 valuable tips and tricks I'm telling you that are related to the brain and the pathway and the thinking and the behavior. Weight loss is really about behavior. Oh, wait a minute. I see you. NY. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Tiffany. Tiffany said, "Bore me." Amen, Tiffany. Okay, Tiffany. Okay, Tiffany. I see you. Tiffany, I see you. I think it says NY. I think your name is Nakia. Nakia, I got you, Nakia. Let me make sure we following each other, okay? Hold on, y'all. Let me get Miss Nakia and Miss Tiffany. Hold on, y'all. Y'all know I'll be struggling. I'll bore y'all. Don't worry. I just don't be wanting to take y'all's time up. If it's, I just want to get the reading done because it's the reading. It's not my live where I really do a bunch of informational stuff, but I don't have a problem doing it when you guys want it. I don't mind. Miss T, good morning. I don't mind doing it. So what I was explaining is what happens when there's chronic pain, issues with your weight, and this, even if you don't have weight issues, this is how people that hurt, like say you sprain your ankle and they put you on like Alice, I see you, Alice. I hold space for you. And they put you on bed rest. This is how you can gain 10 pounds in 3 weeks. Because you're not just eating to be eating, you're also eating to soothe that pain. So you end up snacking on little things, but your brain doesn't register it as food. So you're actually soothing yourself by eating more. I need you to tap the like button if you're following me. Let's get the likes up, guys. Let's get 1,000 to 2,000 on the boutique, and let's get 5,000 on over here, guys. Okay, let's tap it up. I'm gonna walk you through it. Get your pen, your piece of paper. I'm gonna walk you through it. Thank you, Miss T. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Candy. Good morning, Quenisha, Harriet, Shantae. Good morning, Joe Peace. Good morning, Wheaties. Good tea, Tony. Good morning. Okay, are we ready? All right. Chronic pain causes a heightened and irregular emotions. There's some other things that chronic pain does. It causes your stomach, your body to stay in chronic fight or flight mode. Fight or flight mode is the center that our bodies retreat to keep us safe. What happens when we have issues with food, obesity, inflammations, autoimmune diseases, and things of that nature that cause the body to feel like it's at war? That cortisol level then heightens. Good morning. When that cortisol level heightens, this is when parts of our body begin to look swollen, and some areas are hard where some are real jiggly and loose. I can actually look at a woman's abdomen. I can describe her abdomen to her without seeing her and tell her what her environment environment looks like and where the actual weight gain is coming from. Now, of course, I've been doing this for 10 years, so you might not be able to do that. But the reason why I'm able to do that is because I look at the whole picture, and I want to talk to you about how you can do that too. If you plateaued on your wellness journey and you start working out and you had more pain, your plateau is because you're restricting or overeating and snacking and don't know it. Okay. Now you probably think, Coach, no, I'm not. Typically, when you're on a wellness journey and you already have habits, what'll happen is you'll start overeating the healthy snacks. Okay, think about what I'm saying. So you'll justify eating a whole bag of those poppers because they're the poppers. But the problem is that those two have portion control limits on them. So because you're trying to soothe an emotion versus fill your stomach, your body will let you continue to eat. Tap the like button if you're following me. We're going somewhere with this. We're almost there. We're almost there. When the brain is getting the message of the chronic pain and the fight or flight cuts on, the body is seeking immediate relief of some kind. If you live in chronic pain, you will become familiar with what's easiest to soothe the pain. And what's easiest, drop it in the chat. What's the first thing you can grab? Everybody can grab a snack, a sandwich out the kitchen, warm up the leftovers from yesterday. Call DoorDash. With DoorDash being so popular, that is why many of us actually are even struggling with our weight, because it was a time where we couldn't get to something, so we didn't eat it. But now we can actually, that's right, SB Beauty, we get a snack. And the problem now is we can get the snacks brought to us. We can get the snacks actually brought to us. So now where we used to use our home as a safe space to run from the food can now be brought to us. So if you're somebody like me that has a real issue with using food to calm the down, then you're someone who needs these awareness. You need this knowledge. You need this information in your toolkit so that when you have these cravings arise, you can notify, identify and notify yourself of what that craving is and act accordingly. You won't get a craving to soothe your emotions mixed up with your need to eat a meal anymore, because you'll know what the difference is. You will be able to see the pathway that the sensation is coming from, but that comes with being coached. I snack a lot at night at sleep. That's because, Alice, it's because that when we were little babies, all of us were taught to suck a bottle to fall asleep. And particularly in minority homes, many of us were given a bottle with a blanket or a pillow up under our neck to fall asleep. Many of us. Over the years, what's happened is that same sensation and desire of being full and falling asleep is what we crave at night. It's particularly for women who live alone in middle age. We tend to eat in our bed, Netflix, and eat. We call it chilling, but we're not chilling. We're really snacking. And we actually snack until we fall asleep. But we'll get up in the morning and weigh ourselves on a scale. And I have no idea why you would ever do that. That just sounds like asinine on a pipe running crazy. Like, think about it. If you sat up and ate a bag of chips before you fell asleep, the scale is not going to be in your favor. Don't do that to yourself. You need to put that scale outside. You got to get in remission before you can be weighing yourself like that. When you have those type of habits, because that means you're not actually as well as you think you are. If you still can sit and cry and eat a whole pack of cookies, that's still emotional eating. I don't care if you got a surgery, an injection. If you're still eating whole gallons of ice cream, baby, that's a food issue. You can have lost hundreds of pounds and still be doing that. Just because your waistline is small does not mean the diseases, meaning the behaviors that are trickling through your life are gone. It doesn't mean they leave. You have to address them. I don't emotional eat because I deal with my emotions. If I'm sad, I got to be sad. I got to work through it. I don't get to get up and go get a bag of chips every time something doesn't go my way. I don't go through the drive-thru at the gas station and get a bag of chips and a candy bar and a pop on my way home every day to work and from work, trying to deal with the stress of going to a job and leaving a job. Many of it, you don't even know that. You're going to work heightened up on sugar, carbohydrates, and red dyes, and then you're wondering why you're lethargic by noon. And you're the same person that says, I don't want to drink my food. You should want to drink your food, because the stuff you're eating is worse than the trash in the trash can. So make it make sense. We have to be willing to make an adjustment that's sufficient enough that'll give us the long-term results that we desire. Because there's other things connected to how we got here. We didn't just wake up and get here. Many of us have been battling with our weight and our wellness for years. We've been emotional eaters. We've been food addicts. We've been fighting food disorders for years. But we didn't know that. The doctor just kept calling us obese. But no one was identifying that we have symptoms and diagnosable issues happening in our lives, causing us to have problems. They're not offering us the mental health solution that'll make us cut the craving off. They're not sending us to meditation programs and outpatient programs to deal with why we eat at night. They're telling you just go to bed earlier. No, I know clients that get up out of their sleep and go eat. That doesn't work, because it's bigger than that. If it was as simple as just not eating past 7 o'clock and going to bed early, don't y'all think the entire country would be? I mean, think about it. If it was as easy as going to bed early and not eating after 7 o'clock, then why do we have obese children? Because I know plenty of obese children that go to bed at 8 o'clock at night. So it's these things that we try to adopt that we think are going to be our saving grace. But really what's our saving grace is figuring out why we got there in the first place. I know that eating came from me being severely abused and traumatized as a child. I can identify when I first ate my first morsel to feel better. And I've been doing that since I was a little girl. It wasn't until I got on my deathbed at 592 pounds that I actually realized I had a full-fledged food addiction. It was because no matter what, I was always trying to seek another meal. If I wasn't eating already, I was thinking about eating. And every time I felt sad, my cravings enhanced. When I felt happy, the cravings enhanced. I could be working, doing something totally non-related to food, and all it took was a smell or something, and immediately I was then obsessed with food. Or if I became sad or depressed enough, I could starve myself for 3 to 4 days at a time with no water or no food, all for the sake of thinking I'm going to achieve some magical goal and lose some massive amount of weight, when all I do is dehydrate my organs, get a migraine headache, and cause my bowels to act up. But in my mind, I thought I was winning this game called living, this game called life, this game called health and wellness. I thought I was going to be different than everybody else. I thought I could figure out something special. But the truth of the matter was, there was nothing special. Yes, Tiffany, baby, it's so true. There was nothing special about me, but then other than what everyone else has ever done to beat an addiction. I had to first admit I had a problem. And that it wasn't just about losing weight, and that there was no surgery or no injection that was going to fix the connection that I created with food in my brain. I had to also accept that there was no genetic disorder, autoimmune disease, or anything else that had caused me to gain 600 pounds. That it was every bite of food that I continued to eat, that I snuck and ate, that I lied about eating, which is why I was big. The doctors had not failed me. I failed me. Yeah, I felt me. I felt me, because I'm the one that kept eating. No matter what they suggested, no matter how they didn't listen to me, the only way that food got in my mouth was from my hand. My mouth has never jumped off my face and picked up nobody's meal. My mouth has never, ever left my body, consumed a pot of food, and jumped back on my face. And I participated for every single morsel I've ever eaten. I participated. Therefore, I am the problem. I didn't say there wasn't factors. I said I am the problem. Something in me is the problem. I didn't say there weren't other things going on. I said that I am the problem because no one has ever forced me food down my throat. Ain't nobody ever beat me. Ain't nobody ever tied me up and said, you better eat this hamburger. Ain't nobody beat me up and said, eat these Oreos cookies or I'm going to smack you in the face. Nobody's ever done that. I've been willing to spend my last dime, my last nickel, penny, quarter on fast food. I've been willing to go out to eat before I pay the bill. I've been willing to eat wherever I can get food at times. I've been willing to do that thing because I like food. I've been willing to not go to your event if you don't have good food. I've been willing to sacrifice fun over food. I mean, food over fun. I have food first. I've been known to do those things. Because I've been known to do those things, ladies and gentlemen, I want to acknowledge to you that this is a battle. And the way you win it, I know many of you think the way you win this game is through your mouth, but the way you beat this game is through your mind. It's through your mind. Right now, my 5-week program is marked down to darn near free for a reason. Because the more and more women I interview in my free consultation appointments, the more and more women I learn that are struggling profusely to beat this thing. To beat this thing. That is why we are pushing to help 250 women by December 31st can have a complete change. You will not leave this year same. 2 days in my presence in my portal will give you knowledge and information you need that are life-changing. Because this thing is real. This thing is the real deal, Holyfield. Good morning, Lacey. It's up here. I know we want to make it, everybody wants to make it a downstairs job, but it's an upstairs job. And after we get into acceptance, we have to get into faith. Thank you so much, Tiffany. Thank you, Tiffany, for the likes. Thank you for the likes. We're headed to 1,000 on the boutique. Thank you guys. Tap that like button up. If I'm talking about what you like, and tap it up for me. Show me what you got. The second thing is that faith and belief. Thank you so much for the problem is that many of us are on wellness journeys. And come close. I need y'all to lean in. Lean in. Tap the like button if you're leaning in right now. Tap the like button. I need you to lean in. I'm about to tell you something. I don't want to hurt your feelings, but tap the like button. Lean in and tap the like button. I see y'all tapping over here. Good morning, Andrew. Okay, I see y'all tapping. I need y'all to tap over here. I need y'all to tap right here. I need y'all to tap. I'm about to tell you something. Lean in and lean in. That means y'all leaning in, okay? Some of y'all are on wellness journeys. And y'all don't even really believe y'all can lose the weight. Y'all don't even really believe. Nope, I'm telling you the truth. I started like that. That's how I started. I started on a hope and a prayer. I didn't have no faith in myself. I had failed before. I had already failed before. So I was living in fear. I was on my journey, but I was in fear. That's why I couldn't eat nothing. I had to work out every day. That's why I couldn't go out with nobody. That's why I had to talk about it all the time. Girl, I can't have that. Girl, I can't eat that. Girl, I can't do that. Everything is, ooh, I can't do that. Oh, I don't eat white stuff, blue stuff, black stuff, brown stuff, purple stuff, yellow stuff, under stuff, old stuff. And I'm walking around drinking soil every day and I shut my kidneys down because I'm not eating stuff. And all I'm trying to point out to you is many of you don't believe that you can do this thing. Oh, you doing it okay. You doing it just well. You doing it just well. But do you believe you're going to reach the dream and do all those things you aspire? Many of you just hoping to get close. Well, what I want to tell you is that faith and belief in yourself will change that. It will break that plateau. It will increase that motivation. It will heighten your willingness. When you believe that no matter what happened before the last time you started this weight loss and wellness journey at the end of the year, no matter how many times you set the resolution to lose your baby weight from 15 years ago, no matter how many times y'all done broke up and got back together and you got that relationship weight on you, no matter how many times that job has got you missing your gym and you put that 15 pounds on, you've been running from that 15 pounds for the last 15 years, no matter how many times you've done that, until you fully release all of the emotions connected to the multitude of attempts that got you to where you are today, the belief that you need to go forward, to continue on, to prosper past where you came before, is belief. You got to believe. You got to have a deeper belief. See, the belief you had to start those journeys, you need a deeper belief on this, because you've done it sometimes. You've had a couple of times at this thing. So now you got to come into it with at a different angle. If you came into it before with a little gun, you got to come into it now with the big guns. You see what I'm saying? You got to be willing to change your momentum, change the pressure. Okay, last time you counted calories. Guess what? This time it might not work. You know why? The body's going to remember that you did that. The body's full of muscles and memory. That's why it's important to do it naturally. Because when you do it naturally, you retrain the body's metabolic muscle. Retraining the metabolic muscle teaches the body that it's supposed to burn and release and move about naturally. But it takes a lot of work. You got to heal your damaged cells that's floating around in your body. You got to get rid of the toxins. It's a process to this thing. But in the beginning, you got to first accept. Then you got to believe and have faith. You got to remove the fear that's standing and blocking you from believing. And then you got to get some motivation that leads to willingness. See, motivation, this live may motivate you. You may get off my live. You may click the link. You may go look at my program. You may decide not right now. But that's motivation. Willingness is going to make you sign up. See, willingness is going to make you sign up because it's a whole program. It's 5 days a week that you have to apply yourself. You have to do assignments and homework and learn about nutrition and educate yourself about emotional eating and obesity and weight loss injections and surgeries. And the reason why we call it Weight Loss University is because many of us lack the basic knowledge of nutrition. Many of us know how to diet, but we couldn't begin to tell you the percentage of nutrition required for an average adult in a meal. But you can tell me how to cut calories and keto it to death and drink apple cider vinegar and flush my spirit out my soul and shit my life out my throat. But you cannot tell me how much fat is required in a daily meal. So I challenge you. I challenge you. I'm calling you to the carpet. This is a call to action. I've already done it. The fur from my robe keep getting in my mouth. I gotta quit touching it. I've already done it. That's me back there. I've already lost 479 pounds. I'm here for you. I'm here for us because I still be needing encouragement and support. I be needing to keep my life right. Good morning, Sexy T. All right, let's get into our reading. All right, she's giving me the final ding ding. She said I was given 20 minutes. I'm now. She said I have to go to the reading. So I'm listening to my moderators. We don't want to get in trouble today. Day 22, and fear not. You can grab this book off of Amazon. We've been reading this book now for 22 days. It is written, and Jael went out to meet Sisera and said unto him, turn in, my Lord, turn in to me. Fear not. And when he had turned in unto her into the tent, she covered him with a mantle. Judge 4:18. Principle. Confront your fears, push them under, and watch out for victory. Confront your fears, push them under, and watch out for victory. That's our principle for today. Confront your fears, push them under, and watch out for victory. Confront your fears, push them under, and watch out for victory. Confront your fears, push them under, and watch out for victory. Adam, my love, I'm in the middle of the live. I'm so sorry. I don't do battles. Sorry, babes. Okay. Prayer. I break asunder the grip of fear over my life in Jesus' name. I break asunder the grip of fear over my life in Jesus' name. 2. I refuse to allow fear to overwhelm me in Jesus' name. I refuse to allow fear to overwhelm me in Jesus' name. So if you've been reading with me, hi Tamika, hi Chris, and Miss T, and you know where we are in the book, I want you to type in the chat, I refuse to allow fear to overwhelm me. Now, if you've been reading with us, and even if you've only caught the last couple of days, you know, good morning, Tina, how are you? You know that we are heavily looking at fear and how fear plays a role in anyone's life. We talked about yesterday how we have two things in common. No matter your sex, your color, your age, your race, your financial status, where you was born, where you none of that, where you from, what state you rep, what zip code you live in, what job you got, none of that. I refuse to let fear take over. Yes, SBB, SBD, yes. You know what? It's fear and pain. Those are the two things that transcends. It transcends all religions, all spiritualities, all sexes, all races, all socioeconomic status. It transcends that. Pain and fear. There is no person in this world that's ever existed that can tell you that they never had a sense of fear and they never had no type of pain. Everybody says babies feel pain. When when the baby come out and they ain't breathing, babies come out of this world in pain. We smack them. We used to smack their booty. Flick them. Some people flick them. If they don't flick them, they stick that thing up their nose. And the baby's like, why you doing that? Why you disrespecting my cap? We come in this world experiencing some form of pain. Tiffany G, I refuse to let fear take over me. Take over me. Amen. We come in this world being familiar with pain. That is why it's important that we understand when things like pain and fear can drive us and be causing us to be hindered in our everyday living. It's a culprit. Fear can lead you to procrastinate, run late, tell white lies, not complete your jobs on time. It'll make you be afraid to stand up for yourself. Let people walk over you. Take your voice. Be afraid. It'll make you become competitive and compete against people that ain't even competing with you. Fear will have you in these streets raging, bullying, controlling, ganging up on. Fear will have you acting a hot mess, expressing you don't even know it's fear. You'll call it clap back. You'll call it anger. You'll call it justified. Fear will have you carrying on behaviors where people say, well, that's just how she is. That's not cute. Fear will have you out in these streets with a bad reputation because you stepped into fear and you've decided that wall is up and that's your sense of protection. Well, I'm not going to let nobody. Girl, sit down. If it ain't going to matter in 5 months, 5 minutes, or 5 years, sit down. If they ain't paying your bank, putting nothing in your 401k and changing your grandchildren's future, sit down. See, I tell people all the time, especially my mothers and my grandmothers and my retired women, I say pick your battles and pick them wisely, but don't just pick them wisely. Choosing some or none at all, meaning some things don't require for you to say anything. You immediately win when you say nothing. You immediately win when you say nothing. See, some of y'all don't realize that no response is a response. So we end up responding and then we get in fear about our response because we should have never responded. See, when your response puts you in fear, that's probably because you shouldn't have been responding in the first place. Many of us are always waiting to be hurt, so we waiting to clap back. And what happens is sometimes you won't need to clap back because God already got your clap back. But you go and open your little broken tooth, nappy mouth, brown tongue self, got the talking and clapping back, and God already had it under control. So since you got it, He gonna have His angels going to help somebody else. Learn to shut up. That was the hardest thing. My sister taught me that. I learned that lesson the hard way, to be quiet. Once I was someone was becoming an angel investor, and because I was so concerned that they didn't know my work ethic, I was talking myself out of this angel investor, trying to sell my work ethic. But what they were trying to tell me was that they had already watched my work ethic. They didn't need me to talk. They didn't need me to sell myself. But because I wanted to make sure they knew things I thought they needed to know to make a good decision, I kept talking. The person eventually said to me, listen, you don't got to sell yourself to me. I'm already sold. I didn't need to, there was no need for me to say anything. There was no need for me to be speaking. In that moment, there was no need for my mouth to move, but yet it was moving. It taught me a valuable lesson that when I'm talking more than listening, there's a problem. Especially if the person in the room has more wisdom and knowledge than me, then I'm shutting up because I want to know what they have. I'm listening up because I'm willing to listen long enough so that I can gain the knowledge in which they've experienced to gain that knowledge themselves. But many of us don't know how to listen. See, these are things I had to learn. I'm not talking at you. I'm talking with you because these are things I actually had to learn to do. I didn't do these things well. I had to learn it. I'm still learning. I'm still practicing because they all tie to my emotions. And because I'm an emotional eater, do you get it now? Does anybody see what we're doing here? Tap the like button if you figured out what we're doing. We're basically healing emotions, addressing our emotions so we can address why, when, and where, and what we eat. Earlier, I mentioned the types of snacks you crave when you're in pain, which ones crave what flavors, right? If you continue to follow me, I'll educate you on how certain emotions trigger the certain cravings. Okay. We talked about how DoorDash and those things are available to you, but I teach people how to order food out. I teach you specific techniques of when the food arrives is broken down for you not to overeat it. These are again are skills, behavioral techniques and skills that I've honed over the last 10 years. And I work with women on a daily basis to teach you these things. My program is about 5 months long. Although it's called a 5-week, we actually work together for 5-6 months is the least amount of time I work with a woman, up to 3 years. The program is a one-time enrollment fee, whereas you purchase into the program, you do not pay that cost again for the 5-week. Okay. It does give you membership to that portal. We used to have a downgrade system, but now it keeps you in that portal and allows you to redo that program as often as needed so that you can succeed. It gives you 6 months of daily one-on-one check-ins and coaching with myself and my team, where you come into class and you're able to actually work with me and my team daily on your meals, your workouts, and the meditation that's going to help instill these behaviors I'm talking to you about. I don't want to just tell you about them. I want to teach you how to do them so that they are effective and give you the longevity that I've accomplished after losing over 479 pounds naturally and keeping it off. It's been 10 years. I mean, just call me to go without calling me to go. I mean, this is not yesterday. I mean, I know y'all like microwave stuff, but I don't know if y'all know the difference between a microwave and a convection oven. The stuff in the microwave don't look the same as it does when it come out the oven, and it don't taste the same. So I know many of you want microwave weight loss journeys, but I can give you a convection of woman. Convection ain't convection. I think I'm saying right. An oven. I can give you a baked version. Nice and slow and steady, longevity and consistency. Because when you learn how to better care for your body, hi Irene, when you learn how to better care for your body for real, and it's not wrapped in some gimmick or trick, drink your vinegar, girl. Y'all, did you know that'll have you having leaky gut? If you sitting around been drinking apple cider vinegar for 4 and 5 years, what you think your lining of your stomach look like? You realize it's the same stuff we pour down the drain of the kitchen sink. If I'm using something to eat acid off something, why would I want to? Every now and then is one thing, but if you're doing it every day, that's why you got leaky gut syndrome and your bowels ain't working right, because you're messing up the actual lining of it. Our bodies can't handle some of this stuff we're choosing to do to it to lose weight. It just can't. You can't. I know, because I tried all that. That's why I'm working every day now to be as natural as possible so I can reverse some of the damage I've caused. Because once you damage it, you guys, you can't. Some of it doesn't go back. Okay, some of it doesn't go back. So try to avoid getting SB Beauty. Send me a message, baby. Try to avoid doing anything very, very aggressive that's going to be ripping at the lining of your stomach or your bowels, or even causing you to have hemorrhoid issues, chronic pooping and bowel movements when you're taking things that make you lose weight by bowel. you got to be really careful because you can't pick between the good flora and the bad flora. And many of you all are actually pooping out the good flora that you need, that helps you digest nutrition. You need that stuff in there. So it's no way to separate it. It's like saying I want to lose weight, but I don't want to lose my stomach. That's not how fat loss works. Real fat loss comes from everywhere. You cannot say, okay, fat, now I don't want you to leave from here, 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 and here. No. It's like, what does your body need to get healthy? What does your structures, what does your legs need? What does your back need? What does your arms need? That's what's important. I know everyone wants a look, but the truth to the matter is what you want is healthy. That's why you got to get more tuned in on what feels good to the body instead of fixated on what looks good. Because let's say, for example, Kim Kardashian's type isn't your type. So for saying I can't wait for my body to look like that, that girl has stuff done to her body. So if you're natural, it's unrealistic to say I'm gonna be able to lose weight to that. Now you might be able to lose weight and get procedures to that, but I like to be realistic because I tell my girls, I know y'all gonna get surgery when y'all get done. That's not the issue, but I want you to know your body's gonna look like your body at the end, not some creator's body. So learn to love and appreciate the body that you have, the body that you got, so that if something happens, you are already in a state of loving and appreciation for your body. You understand? The one thing I never did was base my body on what somebody else's looked like. So I never had the battle of, oh, I wish I had this, this, and this. For me, I had to become very comfortable with what I have because I have a condition and I can't get my skin removed. So I've done a lot of work on skin therapy and skin rejuvenation to make sure that my skin isn't saggy and hanging all over my body. And it's not. I can wear clothes without girdle and everything, and it's not all over the place. But it took a lot of work to do that. But when you lose the weight nutritiously, you don't have so much sagging skin. The reason why most people that lose a lot of weight have skin is because they starve their weight down. When you starve your way down, it's harder to catch up with the skin because you're losing the weight so fast. The only way to counteract it is to actually ingest about 120 grams of protein consistently while you're losing weight on a daily basis so you can keep up with the muscle mass that you're losing with the weight. Okay, today's reading, December 26th. Take time to be with people you love. I left Colorado driving toward the canyons of southern Utah. I had a lot of places left to visit on my journey, a lot of work left to do, but someone was pulling on me, my daughter Nicole. She was in college in Arizona. When she finished exams, she planned to head to Minnesota to spend the summer there. We had talked about meeting somewhere midway. Now it didn't look like that would work out. It might be months before we saw each other again. From where I was in Colorado, she was a hard day's drive away. Besides, I had already been through Arizona and it would take another day to get back to where I was now. I continued on my way. The pull from Nicole continued too. Finally, I turned the car around and headed toward my daughter. When I arrived at her dorm at 10 at night, I called her room. She asked where I was now on my journey. I told her I was downstairs in the lobby of her dorm. She flew down the stairs. We hugged and kissed, and we spent the next 3 days at a nearby hotel. She studied and wrote her term paper. We visited, watched movies, ate food, laughed, cried, and shared memories. It was one of the nicest times we'd had together in years. When it came time to leave, Nicole packed her car and headed for Minnesota. I headed back toward Utah, stopping to enjoy the scenery of the Grand Canyon, scenery I had missed along the way. I felt renewed and refreshed. I hadn't lost any time. I had gained the gifts of the heart. We searched for sacred spaces, spiritual experiences, and truths. But the holiest places are often found when we spend time with people we love. That's beautiful. And how fitting is that we're just now finishing up the holidays, and many of us just spent time with people that we love. That's so fitting. And basically, she was just, to me, that message to me said, for anyone who's been thinking of someone and that person's name keeps coming up, or someone you haven't talked to in a while keeps coming into your memory, this is your message to call that person. This is your message to reach out to them and say, hey, how are you? To say, I was thinking about you. That's actually what that reading did for me. It reminded me that when people come up on my heart and mind, there's a couple of clients that I used to work with, and they've been on my mind heavy the last couple of weeks. And so that's encouraging me to I have lashes on, y'all. One of them is bothering me. That's encouraging me to really want to really reach out to them. So I'm going to be I'm going to add them to my list, those three ladies that I've been thinking about. If you are currently in this live, drop a heart in the chat if you related to what I shared with you, and then drop a double heart if you're interested in hearing the information about the 5-week program. Right now, the 5-week program is going to give you 5 months of daily coaching, group support, 5 weeks of meal plans, 5 weeks of workouts, and 5 weeks of weight loss based meditation. It's meditation to help with weight loss, food, noise, cravings, etc. It also teaches you the basic concept of meditation if you've never meditated before. It comes in a member portal. You also get a digital copy of this. And when you sign up right now for my 5-week transformation program, only until Friday, you actually are going to also get my viral IRISE fitness bands. The IRISE resistance bands that I've been using all these years to keep my butt together. Now, we now have them in my TikTok shop, and I also have them in my boutique, and I have them available for you. But when you sign up for my 5-week transformation program, a gift from me to you, you're saving over $3,500, and we're gifting you the 3-piece resistance band set for free on us for trusting us and get started during the holiday season. Right now on TikTok shop, if you click the orange card, you can actually get the 5-week program that's normally $3,500 for only $79. We create a individual treatment plan for you. We meet once a month to review all your treatment. You come to class 3 to 4 times a week. I provide workouts and meditations and a topic discussion each day in class to help enhance your knowledge and to also keep you on your journey and keep you consistent. I have several private spaces I provide for you to get additional help after hours and to also support one another. So if this sounds like a community, if you've been following me a while and you've been wanting to get started, we also are offering all of the paying for options are available for you, so you can get started for as low as $30. I think $34.33 gets you started on a pay for option, and you come right in. Everything is immediately available. Our first day of class is January 7th. So you even have time to get yourself together. So if you sign up now, you can get everything started. We can get you in the group, get you situated, and you'll be ready for our January 7th 100 and 100 challenge that we'll be doing, where you'll have an opportunity to win cash for your transformation. That starts January 7th, but you have to be enrolled before January 1st. So if that sounds like something you want to do, you want to win some money for transforming in this spring, we're doing the 100 and 100 is where 100 women join together for 100 days. And each week we have some type of challenge. And at the end of that challenge, one winner wins some cash. So you are welcome to tap in and join us. All you have to do is click the link in my bio or the orange cart at the TikTok shop, and you can get started with that today. You can also check out on our boutique as well for that same price, and just use the code VIP20 and it'll give you an additional 20% off. Are there any questions? No? All right. Well, that's all Coach Kenya has for you today. Oh my gosh, this is one of my favorite songs. Good morning. Good morning. It's 7:55 on the West Coast. Or the Midwest. Well, it's not the Midwest. This is Southwest. The Southwest. Because we're like, Arizona, which is Southwest. Good morning, guys. Good morning, Indo and Sweet. Good morning, Miss Morales. How are you? Hi, Sue and Maria. Tina, so good to see you. This is one of my favorite songs, so I thought I would listen to it with you guys. It's We Are Conquerors. I love this song. When I was younger. Good morning, Claudia. How are you? Miss T, how you doing today? Hi, Velma and Catherine. Hi, fans. How are you? Hi, Cannon. Hi, Cartier. This lash must be lifting. It's annoying me. I just put them on this morning. It was bothering me when I put it on this morning, but now it's really feeling like something's in my eye. Gosh, don't you guys, does that annoy you if you wear lashes? Like, it's so annoying because it's like the end of the lashes making the inside of my eye feel uncomfortable. Good morning. Is it Love Thyself? Good morning. Good morning, Keith and Stephanie. How are you guys? Hi, Kimberly. Okay, I think I got it. All right. Thank you guys so much for tapping in. Thank you guys. Thank you for the likes. Thank you so much for the love today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate you guys so much. I don't know. I wanted to just give you a few minutes and see if you guys have any other questions for me. Any questions on meal plans, weight loss, nutrition, wellness, injections, post or pre-surgery, therapeutic techniques, what therapeutic techniques work best, why meditation is effective, EFT, tapping, and those things. We do all of those in our program to help with some of the symptoms that come with weight loss and obesity. And so if you are needing support in space, or you found yourself just continue to try to kind of struggle on your journey, please, please, please feel free to tap the link and learn more. I do have some free 15-minute consultations available. So if you just head over to my website, you can just sign up for completely free to meet with me. Good morning, Mocha. To meet with me, and I just ask you some questions and I answer questions for you to see if working with me is a fit or not. Good morning, Monique. Is working with my program is a fit or not? Okay. So please feel free to go ahead and grab those free consultations, or feel free to grab my free meal plans. I do have a free 7-day meal plan available as well. So both of those are from the link in the bio. So enjoy all those free goodies. And you guys have an absolutely phenomenal and amazing day. And thank you guys so much for tapping in. And thank you for all the love and the likes today. I am appreciative. I'm very much appreciative of those.